Hello friend, Henry Flowers here. In 1965, Daniel Patrick Moynihan looked at the data from the American census, which said that 29% of children are born to unwed single mom households in the African American community. 29%. And he looked at that number and he called it a travesty. A travesty. So if it was true that 29% was a travesty in 1965, what should 72% in 2016 be considered? This is beyond outrageous. This is an epidemic. There is a flaw in the family, and it is not being paid attention to or dealt with in the black community the way I believe that it should. You see, we can do everything that we want to do in order to try to pull the political efforts to vote for a pro-life candidate, making measures into law like the Hyde Amendment and trying to repeal Roe v. Wade. All of those things are good efforts, but what really needs to be done on a wholesale scale is to begin to deal with a huge flaw concerning the family. You see, this is one of the things that is fueling the abortion fire, and it needs to be dealt with immediately. There needs to be more talk and discussion and training and mentoring for our young people to show them how to keep a family together and to show them how to resist welfare, because welfare is a huge influence when it comes to the destruction of the black family. Oh yes, anytime you promote or reward or and give incentive to a young woman to have children out of wedlock, the more children she has out of wedlock, the more money she makes. That's a problem, my friend, and that is one of the problems that is fueling the abortion fire, and we've got to do something about it. My mother was in the same condition. She had already had 2 little girls. She found out she was pregnant with me, and there's no wonder why she tried to have an abortion. She attempted an abortion. Now, thanks be to God that I survived, but what has not survived is our desire and our willingness to keep our families together. And it's something that needs to be dealt with. We need to have young men who have a father there to teach them how to treat a woman. We need to have young women who are there to teach their daughters what it looks like to be treated well by a man. You see? And you have the nurturing that goes on when a father is there, and a father can look at his son and say, "Son, I bet not see your pants sagging unless you're getting ready to sit on the toilet. You won't see any of my boys with their pants sagging, and if you do, let me know. I will deal with it." These are the things that happen when you have a father present. And so the destruction of the family is a huge problem, and it needs to be dealt with. We can extinguish those things that fuel the abortion fire. We can do it together, but we've got to get involved. You've got to invite me to come and speak so I can talk to your people and your organization and your teenagers and begin to deal with some real issues. See, this is how we make an impact on the planet. This is how we push back against the crimson tide of abortion in America. And this is how we fight the good fight of faith. We've got to get involved. We've got to begin to rebuild the family, and we've got to do it right now. The 72% is outrageous.